Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you once again for the Sunday Feast program at Tribally. And oh, I'm so sorry. It's a Saturday. Okay, the Saturday Feast program. Okay. Thank you very much for joining in. Today, the topic of our discussion is going to be C++. Many of you are from your software professionals, and you must have come across the book Let Us See, Yashwant Kanitkar, right? Yashwant Kanitkar. And then came the next book, C++, right? So how is C++ connected to the आवाज बढ़ा दो भाई तो फुल है हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हाँ ठीक है. So we'll see how this C++ is connected to spirituality also. So I have chosen a verse from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna talks about Darshibihi, Tattva Darshibihi. This is second chapter, 16th verse. You can make an attempt to respond behind me. Nasato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sataha, ubhayorapi drishto antas, tva anayos tattvadarshibhihi. Okay, I'll read the translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Those who are seers of the truth have concluded that of the non-existent, the material body, there is no endurance, and of the eternal, the soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both. Purport. I'll read one paragraph here. There is no endurance of the changing body, that the body is changing every moment by the actions and reactions of the different cells is admitted by modern medical science, and thus growth and old age are taking place in the body. But the spirit soul exists permanently, remaining the same despite all changes of the body and the mind. That is the difference between matter and spirit. By nature, the body is ever changing and the soul is eternal. This conclusion is established by all classes of seers of the truth, both impersonalist and personalist. In the Vishnu Puran 2:12-38, it is stated that Vishnu and his abodes all have self-illuminated spiritual existence. Jyotim Shi Vishnur Bhuvanani Vishnu. The words existent and non-existent refer only to spirit and matter. That is the version of all seers of truth. Right? So, Krishna in this section is talking about those who can see the truth. Right? Generally, when we look at this world, we use our eyes. Right? We all have eyes and we see. Let us see. So we see through the eyes, right? And the eyes have vision. And many times, due to circumstances, we may have to go to an ophthalmologist, and the ophthalmologist may test our eyes and test our vision. And the ophthalmologist may say, you need certain arrangement, spectacles, like some of you are wearing spectacles here, right? What is happening? Your vision got improved because now that you're putting on spectacles, right? So we all want to see, we all have eyes to see, but do these eyes that we have, does it show us the truth? Is it with these eyes, can we see the world for what it is? Right? So we find in the Bhagavad Gita, okay, how many of you come across Bhagavad Gita before? You have your own copy, let's say. You have your own copy of Bhagavad Gita. How many of you ever had an experience of putting your hand on the Gita? How बड़े dangerous लोग हैं सर. You have put your hand on the Gita, गीता पे हाथ रख के कसम खाता हूं. नहीं, कसम नहीं खाया, कसम नहीं खाया कभी ना. बड़े सब बहुत लोग हाथ खड़े कर दिए. मैं लगा सही जगह पे आया क्या मैं. डेंजरस लोग हैं सबके सब. Okay, so the only issue is, if we only would have studied the Gita, right, then there would never be a time in life that we would have to keep our hand on the Gita. The problem is neither at home, neither at schools, nowhere are we taught the Bhagavad Gita. We all claim that we are Hindus. Bhagavad Gita is our scripture, but how many spend time to read it? So in the Bhagavad Gita, you find actually 9 days of battle was over. And Dhritarashtra, who is in anxiety now in Hastinapur, he thinks of Vyasadev, meditates on Vyasadev, and he appears. And he says, I'm in anxiety. I don't know what's going on the battle, on the battlefield. So Vyasadev says, I can give you the vision. That sitting here, you will be able to see what's going on at Kurukshetra. But Dhritarashtra says, no, I don't want that vision. I don't want it. I will not be able to handle it. So then Sanjaya is called back from Kurukshetra war, who is the secretary for Dhritarashtra, and he is given the vision. Like we may be in California, but we can watch a soccer match going on in Australia. We have a vision, right? On our television set, on our mobile phone, we can watch things live, right? It's the technology, right? But Vyasa could bless this, right? Bless Sanjaya that you will be able to see what's going on in the battlefield. Now Dhritarashtra, he is blind by birth. In Bhagavad Gita, you find Dhritarashtra is blind from birth. But one more person goes blind in Bhagavad Gita. Who's that? She's not in Bhagavad Gita anywhere. How many characters in Bhagavad Gita for that matter? How many people are speaking? Four. Good versions have 4. Right versions of Gita, they have 4 only. Who are these 4? Dhritarashtra, who has spoken 1 verse. Then there is Sanjaya. Then you have Arjuna. And then you have Krishna. Wherever Dhritarashtra speaks, that is 1 verse only. Vyasadeva has written Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Wherever Sanjaya speaks, it is Sanjaya Uvacha. Wherever Arjuna is speaking, Arjuna Uvacha. And wherever Krishna speaks, it is Krishna Uvacha. No, not Krishna Uvacha. It is not even Bhagavan Uvacha. He says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Vyasadeva has no problem to accept who is Bhagavan. Vyasadeva is very clear. When Krishna speaks, it is Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. So Dhritarashtra, who is blind from birth, he cannot see, right? He cannot see with those eyes. He doesn't have vision, right? But one more person is there in the Gita who undergoes blindness. Who's that? Very good. Thank you. Arjuna. Arjuna experiences circumstantial blindness. There's blindness by birth, which is Dhritarashtra. And Arjuna comes to a situation in the Gita where he says, I cannot see. I don't understand what is right. I don't understand what is wrong. Right? What am I supposed to do? What am I not supposed to do? What brought Arjuna to such a condition? You'll find in the first chapter of the Gita, Arjuna instructs Krishna. Now, Krishna is the charioteer. So Arjuna says to Krishna, Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Ratham Sthapaya Me Achyuta. Hey Achyuta, hey Krishna, take my chariot in between the two armies. For what? Krishna says, what do you want to do now? Already the bugles are, the war horns and bugles are already blown. What do you want to see now? He says, I want to see, Yodhu Kaman, who all have assembled here to fight this war. I want, as if Arjuna did not know, he knew. But still Arjuna desired, I want to see. Right? And what did Krishna do? Arjuna had instructed, Senayor Ubhayor Madhye, take my chariot in between the two armies. What did Krishna do? Krishna took the chariot and parked the chariot where? In between the armies? No. Krishna parked the chariot in front of Bhishma Drona Pramukataha. Krishna took Arjuna's chariot right in front of Bhishma and Drona, his grandfather, his teacher. The chariot was parked there, and when Arjuna looks at them, we are alive today because of Bhishma. As Pandavas, we should have been dead long time back. It was Bhishma's protection that we are alive. And whatever I know, as I have knowledge about archery, and I'm able to stand on this battlefield, is because of the mercy of Drona, the teacher. As soon as he sees Bhishma and Drona, Arjuna goes weak. He wanted to see, but now he does not see them as adversaries. He sees them as his family members. And suddenly he starts crying. I cannot understand what is good for me. Should I be fighting or not fighting? So Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna wanted to speak Bhagavad Gita. He needed an ideal student. So Krishna made Arjuna undergo this circumstantial blindness, because of which he will ask questions to Krishna, and Krishna will get a chance to speak Bhagavad Gita. Dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. I appear in every yuga, Krishna says, and I give dharma. So now Krishna is to speak dharma, which is Bhagavad Gita. An ideal student is chosen. Imagine one of us was chosen by Krishna. How long would be the Bhagavad Gita then? Would it go till 700 verses? Right? If we were chosen, we would have, Krishna, nice, very nice. You're wonderful, very good. You're very good. Right? So how many of you are Maharashtrians here? Some of you only, few of you. You're domiciled. Okay, I'll still tell you. Marathi, they say, गाढवा समोर वाचली गीता, गाढव म्हणे कालचा गोंधळ बरा होता. And our case could have been, it's like, you do a Gita discourse in front of a donkey, let's say. What will the donkey do? Wow, what was nice, sound, dance, music, wonderful, everything was so nice. Anand ki jai. Very nice it was. But the proverb is changed now. गाढवा समोर वाचली गीता, प्रचारक गाढव होता. Why did you even speak Bhagavad Gita in front of somebody who is not eager and serious and sincere? Like all of you have come here, you're eager. You want to understand, you want to learn. But sometimes I end up speaking, in front of audiences where like they're so, okay, fine. You do something good if you have to do. What has it got to do with me? No, Bhagavad Gita is meant for transforming our lives, right? And when Prabhupada gave this Bhagavad Gita, and this Bhagavad Gita was distributed around the world, we find sincere Vaishnavas, sincere devotees all around the world today. So Arjuna underwent a circumstantial blindness. So in Sanskrit, The word for eyes is, what is the word for eyes? Netra, chakshu, right? How many of you have heard this name, feminine name, Minakshi? Minakshi. Meenakshi nahi. Meenakshi nahi bol rahe. Meenakshi. What does it mean? Aksha means eyes. And Meenakshi means Matsya eyes. Right? The, somebody has eyes like, a fish, Minakshi. So these Aksha, eyes, the eyes are meant to give us vision. So the scriptures say, when I'm saying let us see and C++, we'll go into the topic now. The first level of eyes is, it is called as Charma Chakshu. We all have the eyes of skin. We all see with the eyes of skin. But do these eyes give me perfect information about this world, visible world? No, it does not. How many of you agree that these eyes do not give you the perfect information? Oh, wonderful. I don't need to speak then. Let us end the topic right here. Right? Okay. With these eyes, the husband looks at the wife. Let's say the husband with the eyes, and he looks at the wife. Oh, he gets emotions and love and everything, right? But imagine the husband now gets electron microscopic vision, 10 to the power of -9 microns. That's the vision you have got. And then the husband looks at the wife. What will the husband see now? Sorry. They're all imagining already. Yeah, I want them to. I want them to. What will you see? Now, which vision is right vision? Think of it. The present vision or the electron microscopic vision? That is a better vision. Who is this person in front of me? And if I have that vision, if somebody has that vision, will see his wife as some atoms, some nucleus, molecules, and, cells, all that. What is it? Do our eyes give us the right vision? The charma chakshu that we have, this charma chakshu, the material eyesight that we have, we can only see matter, 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 matter. Right? Okay. How many of you seen a rainbow? You've seen a rainbow? How many colors? 7. Which ones? V to R, violet to Vibgyor, violet to red. But ultraviolet and infrared. Sorry? No. So ultraviolet and infrared is the highest band. That band of light we cannot see with these eyes, which is actually the light. V to R is very small band of light. These eyes can only see in that range. Ultraviolet, infrared, we cannot. Right? How many of you got your X-rays done? Anytime X-ray done? How many of you saw an X-ray? You could see any light? No, you can never see that. We have no capacity to see X-rays also. The rooster, that bird, early morning before the sun rises, the rooster will, what does the rooster do? Oh, kukuduku. The rooster. Why not your husband? Why not you? Why not your wife? Why not? The rooster has 200 million more rod cells in the eyes than the humans, compared to humans. Even a rooster can see better than me. But what do? We generally say, if I see God, then I will believe. Seeing is believing. But even these eyes cannot even show me this material creation properly. What about the creator? But so much faith on these eyes, this charma chakshu, right? The philosophy of life here is, when we have too much faith on these eyes, seeing is believing. If I see it, I'll believe. If God doesn't come in front of me, I don't accept God. Forget God. Even God's creation you cannot see with these eyes properly, right? So, what is the problem with charma chakshu? When we have too much faith on these eyes, what do these eyes do? You'll find these eyes, Srila Prabhupada says, when charma chakshu is the basis for our life, what do? We see every object as an object for enjoyment. That's all. Whatever I see, whatever I survey, it is meant for my enjoyment. How many of you feel that happens to you? A good car, a good house, products in the mall. ये भी रख लेते ये भी रख लेते. Like, Ravana, what would he do? He would go to every kingdom, every city, every town, whatever Miss World, Miss Universe, Miss, any Miss he would see, he would pick the Miss, pick up the lady and bring that lady to Lanka. And all these women were kept in Lanka. And then that's how he picked up Sita also. Right? So many a times when we go to the mall, what do? Isko bhi rakh lo. Isko bhi rakh lo. Let us keep this thing also, that thing. And where do we bring it? Our home. Right? I'm not calling it Lanka, by the way. I'm not saying it's Lanka. But material eyesight means, charma chakshu means only desire to enjoy. Even if I go to temple, right? I want to oh, God here is not beautiful. What? God is not beautiful. The deities are not beautiful, right? Even with spiritual objects, spiritual things, I have material eyesight, right? Where I will see only stone. Everyone else is praying. Everyone else is chanting, doing. And the one who has material eyesight, Arche Vishnu Shiladhi, Guru Shu Naramati, Vaishnave Jati Buddhi, Bhagavatam says. What happens when we have material eyesight? Everything I see as an object of enjoyment. So, how many of you know the story of Mohini Murti? You've heard of Mohini Murti, right? When did Mohini Murti appear? When the Samudra Manthan was to be done, right? The Amrut came. I'm cutting the story short. The From the Samudra Manthan, Amrut came, Amruta Kumbha, and the Lord appeared as Mohini Murti, and Mohini Murti cheated the demons in giving away the Kumbha, the Amruta, and it was distributed amongst the Devatas. Right? But this Mohini Murti, Lord Shiva, Mohini Murti appeared, but before that, Lord Shiva was given a job. What was Lord Shiva? What was the job that was given to Lord Shiva? You drink the poison. And he became so busy with that poison part. Lord Shiva later thought, I didn't get a chance to see Mohini Murti. Right? So Shiva desired, I want to take darshan of Mohini Murti. The Lord told him, see, it's a very bewildering form of mine. Do not desire. And Shiva said, what is this? You appeared, Devatas saw you, the demons saw you. I am a devotee. Allow me to see this form of yours. And then the story, how Lord Shiva also got bewildered. When Krishna takes the feminine form, wow, so beautiful, Mohini Murti, so beautiful. So in one of our temples in India, one sannyasi was giving lecture. And somebody in the audience after the lecture, the whole lecture was on Mohini Murti. Right? After the lecture, this one devotee said, Swamiji, how nice it would be if we install Mohini Murti in our temples. Everyone will get attracted. Everyone will come to take darshan of Mohini Murti. And this sannyasi, he ended up saying, yeah, good suggestion. I will take it to higher management and find out if we can do it. And the very next day, Radhanath Swami, one of ISKCON leaders, he was supposed to give the class. And he finished the class before time. And then he requested, who was the devotee who asked that question yesterday? And this devotee got up. Oh, you were the one who asked that question. And then Maharaj explains, but Maharaj says to him, the explanation is Maharaj says, the deities in our temples are meant to be served, not enjoyed. Everyone who was looking at Mohini Murti, they were looking with the desire to enjoy, not to serve. So when Charma Chakshu is there, we see everything. The temple deities, people, I see things, everything is meant for my enjoyment. So Giriraj Swami Maharaj, one of Prabhupada's senior disciples, he was saying, so Prabhupada was at Singapore airport and Prabhupada saw a boy. This boy was wearing a t-shirt, love me, love my dog. That's what was written on the t-shirt. And Prabhupada says that is Vaishnava philosophy. You want to love Krishna? You can show your love to Krishna by loving his devotees. But Giriraj Maharaj said, actually, there's a default t-shirt. All of us are wearing that t-shirt. I am the enjoyer. Everyone going with that mood. Whatever I survey, whatever I see, it is meant for my enjoyment. So material eyesight, charma chakshu means I am the enjoyer. And imagine an entire planet with, what is the population now? 8 billion? 8 billion enjoyers. Imagine what can happen to this planet where everyone wants to enjoy, nobody wants to serve. Everyone with the mood of enjoyment. Hmm? So, uh, when we see with Charma Chakshu, the C part, let us see, only one C is there, Charma Chakshu, then we see spiritual things with materialistic vision. We think we take them as matter. Hmm? And we forget Krishna. We cannot understand God. We cannot understand, what is the purpose of life. Right? Many times you'll find people asking you a question, why is this happening to me? I'm such a good person. I've been very nice. Right? Why do bad things happen to good people like me? I'm good. Why is bad happening to me? But if the vision is charma chakshu, materialistic vision, then we cannot understand. I have lived previous lives. The Atma has lived previous lives. We are simply bringing our karma. Even good knowledge does not sink in or stay there where materialistic vision is there. Okay. What is the next level of vision? We have to upgrade our vision. In the Gita, you'll find 11th chapter when when Arjuna requested Krishna, I accept, Krishna, that you are God. But for the sake of all others, can you show your universal form, Vishwarupa? Right? Those of you who have seen that Mahabharat serial, Krishna displayed that Vishwarupa, that universal form. So Arjuna desired, I want to see, but Arjuna could not have seen with those eyes that he had. So Krishna says, Divyam dadati te chakshum. I give you the vision, Arjuna, by which you will be able to see my universal form. So from Charma Chakshu, what is the next level of Chakshu? What is the next level of vision? It is called Jnana Chakshu or Shastra Chakshu. Right? We should see with the eyes of knowledge. During my times when I was in college, there was an ad, Pepsi ad. The ad was, Dikhave pe mat jao, apni akal ladao. Right? Use your intelligence. And how do we see this world? We actually do not see this world with our eyes. We actually apparently see with whatever knowledge or ignorance we have. Right? When we look at this world. So in the 15th chapter, 10th verse, Krishna says, Utkramantam sthitam vapi bhunjanam vagunatmakam vimudhananu pashyanti jnana chakshusha. Krishna says the foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this. Right? So with these eyes, what do we see? I see the body. Right? But Krishna is saying only one who has eyes of knowledge can see the soul within the body. The soul animating the body. Right? Like this fan is rotating. Why? Anybody please volunteer, please. Anybody? Why is the fan rotating? Raise a hand. Raise a hand. Yes. No. Just because if I keep the motor, yeah. The girl behind the kid, she raised hand. Why is the fan moving better? Why is it rotating? Because of the electricity. Did you see the electricity anytime? No. Have you felt current anytime? In America, you don't even feel current. It's all DC here. Right? In India, you can feel current if you want to. Right? झटका लगता है. India में झटका लगता है. So the unseen current, you understood about the unseen part from what is seen. You can only see the fan rotating, but you can clearly say, no, current supply is there. That's why the fan. So you saw through eyes or you saw through the eyes of knowledge. Charma chakshu or jnana chakshu? Jnana chakshu. Similarly, when our eyes are anointed with the swab of knowledge, Shastra Chakshu, when we put scriptures in front, then we understand. Oh, like I'm sitting in front of you, I'm talking now. Right? I'm sitting straight. Everything is going on. If the Atma leaves the body, what do you expect to happen? I'll stop. The mouth will not function. I'll not sit straight. I may fall on the floor here, right here in front of you. But now, when everything is going on, can we understand the presence of the soul? We interact with each other, right? But how many of us understand, oh, the real person is the soul, Atma? The body is simply a covering, right? This body is not important. The soul is important. And as soon as the soul leaves the body, what do we do with the body? Burn it, cremate it. It's of no good. But now, why is there value to the body? How many, hundreds of dollars a month sometimes somebody may spend sitting in front of the dressing table. So much to apply, so much to keep this body, feed the body, keep it healthy. But all that, if the soul leaves, then what's the use of that body? One who has jnana chakshu, the eyes of knowledge, can see this, that the body is functioning because of the presence of Atma. Somebody may put a doubt, food is very important. Right? It is because of food that the body is functioning. How many of you are convinced we are alive because we are eating food? Right? Prabhupada says, then put food in the dead body. Bring it to life. If food is the cause of life, bring the dead body back to life by feeding it food. Prabhupada says, no, you cannot. Food may be a mechanism by which this body functions, right? Body gets energy. But if the soul leaves, no matter how much food you feed, the body will not come back to life. One whose jnana chakshu, eyes of knowledge, are awakened, one who has studied scriptures and keeps scriptures in front and then looks at the world, then you have a better vision. So charma chakshu, vision better than that is jnana chakshu. Right? So from where do you get this jnana chakshu, the shastra chakshu? They come by the mercy of Guru. Arjuna, he could only see my friends, my relatives. Samavetam kurun iti. I only see my brothers. I only see my family members. But the same Arjuna, when he accepted Krishna as Guru and Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, what happened? Now he could see properly. What is my duty? What is to be done? What is not to be done? So Shastra Chakshu, Guru prepares our eyes. Right? Like before we began the session today, we recited a mantra. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya. My eyes were covered with darkness of ignorance. Jnana Anjana Shalakaya. Guru applies the medicine of knowledge. Right? Jnana Anjana Shalakaya. Chakshur Unmilitam. My eyes have been opened now. Chakshur Unmilitam Yena. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We may be covered by darkness of ignorance for many lifetimes. Right? We may only be depending on our charma chakshu. Right? Okay. Now imagine this room was all dark. And this room has been dark for hundreds of years. It was like that. How much time will it take to lit this room once again? How much time? For hundreds of years of darkness to be removed, how much time will it take? A moment. Just flick of a button and the ignorance is and the darkness is gone. Similarly, we as soul may have lived in this world for many lifetimes only depending on our charma chakshu. But what does Guru do? Guru, by giving knowledge to us, removes the darkness of ignorance. That's why we say every morning when we do Guru Puja, we say Chakshudan Dilo Jai Janme Janme Prabhu Sai Divya Jnana Hriday Prakashito. What is Guru supposed to do? Guru is supposed to give us knowledge. Receive knowledge from Divya Jnana Hriday Prakashito. So Prabhupada says, what is the vision of the person who has this Jnana Chakshu, whose Jnana Chakshu is awakened now? Charma Chakshu, everyone is born. Animals, humans, everyone are seeing with the eyes of skin. What is the defect? There, with Charma Chakshu, what did we discuss till now? Till for this far? We only see enjoyment there. Meant for my enjoyment. Right? But Jnana Chakshu, Prabhupada says, here one will understand the dog, the cat, the elephant, the man, the woman, right? Everywhere, everybody, there is Atma within. One whose eyes of knowledge are awakened, the vision is awakened. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Panditah Samadarshinaha. So one will be able to see that the body is animated, the body is working, functioning because of the presence of soul. The external difference does not matter to one who is awakened with the eyes of knowledge. The second thing Prabhupada says, one who sees through Jnana Chakshu, right, the eyes of knowledge, Prabhupada says, one will understand this world is a place of suffering. How many of you agree that this world is a place of suffering? Don't look at your neighbor. इसके कारण तो पक्का है. Don't do that, right? One who is awakened, right? Srila Prabhupada was in Mexico and everything was written in Spanish. Whatever billboards, signboards, everything was Spanish. And one of his disciples, Hridayananda Maharaj, Goswami Maharaj, he was walking. And Prabhupada would ask every time, what is written here? What is that? What is written here? Prabhupada saw a huge truck, a good big truck Prabhupada saw. And Prabhupada saw something was written on it. And Prabhupada asked Hridayanand Maharaj, what is written there? And he said, Prabhupada, it is written garbage truck. Put your garbage here. And Prabhupada said, the whole material world should be put into it. See, one whose eyes are awakened, one who has this Shastra Chakshu, this is the understanding about this world. What value to offer? Simply garbage. Deal with it. It's the whole world is a place of suffering. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Right? Coming to this realization, Prabhupada would say, this world is not a fit place for a gentleman or a gentle lady. Prabhupada would say, not a fit place. As Atma, we are meant to be in Vaikuntha, not in this world of Kuntha. We are supposed to be in that world of Vaikuntha. So when I was small, my mother would sing a song to me. Right? I would not sleep. Right? When I was a baby, my mother would sing the song. आचल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहां गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो. और मैं ऐसा खड़ा, अम्मी क्या बोला? ऐसा जगह है? इज देयर अ प्लेस लाइक दैट जहां गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो? My mother would give me a slap and an आंसू. हमेशा क्वेश्चन मत पूछा कर. Why do you ask so many questions every time? It was just a song. But I kept it with me. That mother was singing, could be a Bollywood song, but the song was talking about a place where there is no gum bhi hai, na asu hai, right? Then I went to my school, and in my school prayer, every morning they would make us sing. Asatoma sat gamaya, tamsoma jyotir gamaya, mrityorma amrutam gamaya. How many of you sang this in your prayer meeting? How many of you went to your teacher to ask the meaning? I did that. I had the question. I had the guts. I can say. I went to my teacher and asked, Matlab kya, what is the meaning? And my teacher told me, this world is asat, temporary. Sat gamaya. Tamasoma, this world is a place of darkness. Jyotir gamaya, go to the world of eternal light. Mrityurma, this world is the world of death. Amritam gamaya, go to the world of deathlessness. Right? And it hit me. The Bollywood song was saying, go to a place. There's a place like that. My school prayer, again they made me repeat, and they gave me the same knowledge. Then I studied in a seminary for my 11th and 12th grade. I studied in St. Francis de Sales College. It was a seminary. Bible studies would happen. There I got to know for the first time, oh, Christianity is talking about kingdom of God. Then I had a friend by the name Shahnawaz Alam. He was a practitioner. He would practice Islam and he would say, Jannat jana hai. And from my Bhagavad Gita study, I understood Vaikuntha. Then I thought Bollywood was saying a place. My school prayer hinting at a place. All the religions, no religion is saying this world. Oh, this world has to be given up. We have to go to another place. The Atma belongs to Vaikuntha. Then one time I was going from Pune to Nashik, and from the highway I could see, from the highway I saw that they had put big dish antennas. All these years when I would travel, I did not. But it was a new thing that I saw. I went all that far to that office, and it was ISRO. ISRO. What is ISRO, by the way? Indian Space Research Organization. I went and asked them, why have you started your office here? What are you doing with the big dish antennas here? And the scientists there told me, we are trying to catch electromagnetic waves here. For what? And they told me, we are convinced we are not the only ones living in this world. There must be more intelligent people out there who are who may be trying to communicate with us. And I said, you also agree there must be a place? So the Bollywood, my school prayer, the religions, science, everyone agrees. But those who believe, those who see this world only with charma chakshu cannot understand. One whose eyes of knowledge are awakened, only they will understand, oh, this material world is a place of suffering, not meant to live. Prabhupada was in New York, and Prabhupada was waiting at one side of the street. Prabhupada wanted to cross the street. Prabhupada was waiting on one side, and there was a big garbage, can, big garbage can. And Prabhupada stood there for some time, and Prabhupada could hear the sound. Chee, 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 chee. And Prabhupada looked in, and Prabhupada saw there was garbage, and there were rats. They were all playing around. They were all jumping around. Who will get the crumbs? Who will get the food from the garbage? And Prabhupada looked at it and said, we all are doing this is our behavior in this world. The world is a garbage, and we are all trying who will get what from this garbage. And at that moment only what happened, a big truck came with a mechanical arm. It pushed the entire garbage, right? Or what will you say? What? Crunched it, compacted it, and Prabhupada said, look, now look what happened to the rats. All the rats ka bhi chutney pura. Right? Prabhupada says, this is the end. In this world, we're all struggling. It's a place of suffering, right? So, and even in corporates, what do they say? It's a rat race, right? What is the problem with the rat race? Even if you win the race, you still remain a rat. Even if you win the rat race, you still remain a rat. But we all are struggling in this world, a place of suffering. We are not meant to be here. Right? Prabhupada says, one whose Shastra Chakshu, eyes of knowledge are awakened. Prabhupada says, for every decision of life, one will put scriptures in front. Is it right for me? Is it what scriptures are indicating? Is it dharma? Is it adharma? One whose eyes of knowledge are awakened, right? You'll find Ajamil. Ajamil, he went to the forest. He saw a very bad scene. It comes in the Bhagavatam 6th canto. This boy went to the forest, saw a bad scene between a man and a lady. They were interacting. And what happened? Rather than going back to scriptures, Jnana Chakshu, right? His Charma Chakshu completely bewildered this Ajamil. This Ajamil, rather than putting scriptures in front, what do scriptures say about this now? He did not do that. He kept on thinking, what did my eyes show to me? Oh, I also want to enjoy with that lady. What did he do? He first brought that lady as a maid servant. And the parents complained, hey, something wrong is going on here. He threw away his parents out of the house. Then the wife started complaining. He threw away his duly wedded wife, and kept that lady at home. And then begins the story of Ajamil's fall down. What was his mistake? He should have put scriptures in front. What is right? What is wrong? But he did not do that. So one whose Jnana Chakshu are awakened, for that person, Shastras become the foundation for decision making. Any decision in life, one will go back to scriptures. What does Bhagavad Gita has to say? What does Bhagavatam have to say about it? So Krishna says, Yaha Shastra Vidhim Utsrijya Vartate Kamakaratah Nasasiddhim Avapnoti Na Sukham Na Param Gatim. Those who give up Shastra Vidhi, scriptural instruction, Krishna says, Nasa Siddhim, they will never achieve perfection in their endeavors. No sukham, no happiness in this world. No param gatim, and no higher destination. So scriptures are meant to be the manual. Scriptures are, you know, we keep the scriptures in front and then we live our life. Jnana chakshu. So let us see was C plus. Now we go to C plus charma chakshu, jnana chakshu, and the last is prema chakshu, the eyes of love. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena sante santah sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti. So those devotees who have developed the eyes of love for God now, eyes of for love of Krishna, for love for Krishna, they can see Krishna everywhere. They can see Krishna's connection with everything. Right? So, how much time do I have? 8, 8:30, 8:40. So Srila Prabhupada says, those who have developed the eyes of love, what happens here? You find Arjuna worshipping Krishna as God. Right? Wow, Krishna, you are great, you are God. But what happens in Vrindavan? In Vrindavan, nobody accepts Krishna as God. Why? They think, oh, because they love Krishna, their love for Krishna eclipses Krishna's godhood. Because they're so connected to Krishna's sweetness now. I'll give you an example for this. Then I'll come to this point. And I'll give you some pastimes now. What goes on in Vrindavan, right? We are trying to become Krishna conscious. And what are these Vrajavasis doing? I was one time at Jamnagar. My brother who was in army, he was posted there. So I was visiting them. My brother and my bhabi, my sister-in-law, they were there. And I was visiting them. And my brother came to the railway station to receive me. And he was the commandant for his unit, his army unit that time. And wherever we would, small town in those days, wherever we would pass by, everyone, even police wala is like, hmm? And any guy, everyone is doing like that. When I was in the car with him, and I started thinking, I'm new person here. Why are they saluting me? After some time, I realized, no, it's for my brother. It is for not me. They are saluting my brother. But then I understood for the first time, my brother is a big guy. Huh? He's a big guy. But then my brother decided, let us go to the army temple, the temple in their army unit. We'll take darshan and then we'll go to the home. And we ended up spending more time there. His friends came and we kept on talking. And by the time we reached home, we were supposed to be home by 1 o'clock, lunchtime. And we reached like 2:30. Right? By the time we reached home, right, my bhabhi opened the door and she started shouting like anything on my brother. You're always like this. That's how you behave. You always foil my plan. And I was like, इसको सल्यूट करते बाहर वाले ऐसा मत करो डोंट डू दिस विथ हिम उसका हार्ट फेल हो जाएगा बेचारे का everybody was respecting him outside everybody was saluting him and my sister-in-law is like she was not leaving only ultimately my brother had to say वो नया है अभी अभी आया है उसके साथ don't behave like this in front of him then she kind of cooled down but what happened with my bhabhi with my mother sister-in-law for her his greatness is eclipsed now his greatness is eclipsed by what she loves him because I love you I can deal with you in a certain way only no more imagine someday my bhabhi salutes him hey, what is going on even he will not like it what is going on here his greatness is no more seen by her only the sweet relationship between them when Krishna says in the Gita sarva dharman parityajya you give up all concocted dharmas mam ekam sharanam you only take my sharanam which is the next word vraja Vishwanath Thakur says Krishna is indicating you have come to you have to come to the point of vraja bhakti you have to come to the point the way Vrajavasis love me what is Vrajavasis love you all know Krishna lifted Govardhan you have heard of the pastime Krishna lifted Govardhan hill right if I tell you to lift this kartal right this kartal you have to lift with your small finger, right? What would you do? Even if a kid who doesn't know any science will go and hold it by the center, right? Right? Like that, you'll try to hold just to balance it. Those of you who have been to Govardhan, and if you have taken darshan there, Govardhan was lifted by Krishna not in the center, on one extreme corner. And Shukdev Goswami says Govardhan did not even rest on the little pinky, it was above. Now, 7 days and 7 nights, somebody in front of you lifts Govardhan. What will you say? Oh, wow, God, you are great. Anybody will say that's God. But that's not Vrajavasis. They love Krishna not because he's God. Their prema chakshu has awakened. No more, charma chakshu, jnana chakshu. Their prema chakshu has awakened, and they see, they worship Krishna, they adore Krishna. Why? Not because he's God, because he's Krishna. Now, when Krishna is lifting Govardhan, what does Mother Yashoda do? She comes close and says, Krishna, you will need strength to lift this Govardhan. Please have this sandesh. Eat the sandesh that I have prepared, that will give you strength. संदेश से नहीं, मैं गॉड, I'm God. कुछ नहीं चलता. What are the friends doing? Krishna's friends, they all, they take their sticks and they are showing as if we are holding the Govardhan. Krishna, don't worry, I have my stick. And one of his friends, Madhumangal, he holds his Brahman thread. Krishna, don't worry, my Brahma Teja, this Govardhan will not move. You will be able to hold it. Krishna is like, मैं कर रहा हूँ, I'm doing it. And the gopis have a different talk going on. Lalita is telling Vishakha, not by his power. Because Radharani is standing here, that's why he's showing off. Because Radharani is glancing at him, that's why. Otherwise, he has no power. Nobody thinks him to be God. Why? Prema Chakshu. They love Krishna now. Krishna went up the podium and grabbed Kamsa by his collar and pulled him down, and just he just said khich ke maar dala. He just killed him like that. He didn't have to exert also, right? And then the boys, the friends who are sitting in the stadium, they're all talking, especially Shridama is talking. That's not our Krishna. No, he's not the Krishna he's something else. He is someone else. And everyone says, why are you saying this? He says, I'm ready to challenge this boy, whoever is that boy. If I can defeat him in a duel, then I will accept that he is Krishna. Can you imagine? And Shridama comes out, defeats Krishna in the duel, and he says, yeah, now I accept that you have killed Kamsa. Chote logo ko tum mara. Main tumko defeat karta hu. I defeat you. What's going on here? The Prema Chakshu are awakened to the point. We are all trying to understand God. We are trying to understand Krishna. From Charma Chakshu, we want to come to Jnana Chakshu. Even more further upgraded version of Chakshu is, the vision is Prema Chakshu. Srila Prabhupada says, what happens at this level? What is the symptom of a person who has awakened Prema Chakshu? Prabhupada says, one will have a vision of compassion for everyone. Prabhupada says, why does Krishna come to this world? Why should Krishna leave his Vaikuntha and come here? Krishna comes to this world to deliver all of us who are suffering in this world. All the souls away from Krishna, away from Vaikuntha, we are all suffering. Krishna cannot see our suffering. Krishna comes out of compassion to this world. When we as souls, when our Charma Chakshu get upgraded to Jnana Chakshu, and the Jnana Chakshu get upgraded to Prema Chakshu, Prabhupada says, we will have a vision of compassion where we would like to see how everyone gets connected to Krishna. What made Prabhupada leave, Vrindavan in India and come all the way to America? Why did he come in that era where nobody knew him? He just had 40 rupees, Indian currency. He did not know anybody here. What did he do? He came all this far because he had that compassion. Let those souls who have gone away from Krishna, let me connect them back to Krishna. Right? Why did Jesus agree to get crucified? Srila Prabhupada says, because he had this compassion on everyone. Right? Even when he was being crucified, Jesus simply prayed for them. Oh God, please forgive them because they do not know, right, what they're. So Prabhupada was in Paris and Prabhupada was looking outside the window. It was late in the night, 11 o'clock. And Prabhupada saw old men walking on the street. There's a conversation for it. Recording is there. And Prabhupada asked his disciples, what are these old men doing on the street so late in the night? And the disciples told Prabhupada, these old men go to, naked dance club. They go there so that, they can enjoy. Now, when you heard this, you're like, no, Prabhupada had tears in his eyes. Can you imagine? Such compassion, Prabhupada. They've become old. Why are they doing all this? Why don't they chant Hare Krishna? Why don't they take to God consciousness? Prabhupada said, they have lost this human form of life. The Atma, which body will it get next? Nobody knows. They are lost souls, Prabhupada said. Right? So Prabhupada had these eyes, this vision of compassion. Prabhupada was on his seat one time or at his table and chair, and Prabhupada would have a bell in front of him. Whenever Prabhupada would ring the bell, means his secretary is supposed to come and take whatever Prabhupada wants, whatever instruction he has, he's supposed to obey that. So the secretary came in and Prabhupada said, can you see the ant on the table here? I said, Prabhupada, I cannot. Prabhupada, bow down and see. Yes, Prabhupada, I can see the ant. And Prabhupada said, if you can bow down to this ant and chant Hare Krishna to this ant and give a little prasad, your life is successful, ant's life is successful. Even for the ant, Prabhupada had compassion. Give the ant a little prasad, Prabhupada. Chant Hare Krishna for the ant. This vision of compassion is awakened in a person who has prema chakshu. Because Krishna comes to this world out of compassion for all of us. The devotee who has prema chakshu, I said Brajavasis, how do they look at Krishna? And more than that, how does a devotee who has prema chakshu will look at the world? With the eyes of compassion. So, when Krishna in the 11th chapter says to Arjuna, Divyam dadati te chakshum, what do you find? So, earlier, Arjuna at the beginning of the Gita had materialistic vision. Charma chakshu he saw, and he got only bewildered. Krishna awakened his eyes of knowledge, gave him jnana from the Bhagavad Gita. And 11th chapter, Arjuna suddenly says, Krishna, I saw your Vishwarupa. Can I see your four-handed form? Vishnu Rupa. And Krishna says, yes, behold this form of mine. And then Arjuna sees the Vishwarupa. Arjuna sees the Vishnu Rupa. Then again Arjuna says, Krishna, Vishwarupa is fine. Vishnu Rupa is fine. Is there any more secret form of yours than this? And Krishna says, now I'll give you that vision. And Krishna says in the Gita, Deva hi api asya rupasya nitya darshana kankshana. He says, this form of mine, the two-handed form of mine, is the most secret form of mine. Vishwarupa also some could see. The Vishnu Rupa is also seen. But this Shama Sundar feature of mine, right, holding the flute, right, three-bent form, this form of mine, even the big devatas, nitya darshana kankshana. So Krishna also gave the prema chakshu to Arjuna. So what should we do in our life? We should at least move from charma chakshu to jnana chakshu. How does that happen? Prabhupada says two ways. One way is Prabhupada says is we have to feed our intelligence with Shastra study. Prabhupada said, I have given you my books for that. If Bhagavad Gita is difficult to understand, Prabhupada has given wonderful purports to it. Long purports for some verses. As we study Bhagavad Gita, our Jnana Chakshu will get awakened. When we study scriptures, Prabhupada says, but alone that will not help. Prabhupada says, along with scriptural study, we also have to chant Hare Krishna. Where does chanting work? The chanting works on the mind. And when Prabhupada asked, why? What is the connection between intelligence and the mind? Your intelligence may be well fed, right? You may be feeding your intelligence, but if your mind can sometimes overpower your intelligence. How many of you agree it happens? You have intelligence, but circumstances come that your mind overpowers. How many of you are married here? Once again, raise hand. Let's see. When the marriage was there, and the Panditji, said, now you have to put garland to each other. Before that, he chanted mantra and he said, Savadhan, Savadhan, Savadhan. You should have run away, right? What happened to your intelligence that time? Somebody saying, Savadhan, Savadhan, man, be careful, careful. Just a joke. But what happens sometimes, circumstances, the intelligence goes for a toss. Last term, when Donald Trump was the president, some American basketball players went to China for a competition. They went to some mall and they did shoplifting. They stole, but they got caught in China. The law is very strict. Right? One will say, man, you have millions of dollars the contract that you are signing. Why did you do this? But the mind overpowers intelligence. Donald Trump had to call president of China, please leave them. They are my citizens. And the Chinese president said, okay, because you have called, we are pardoning them. But what happened? I'll give one more example for this. How mind can cheat intelligence. So we need to study scriptures, but Prabhupada says we have to chant Hare Krishna along with it. One of the devotees in India was mentioning to me that his colleague the company sent him to America for work on H1. He was working here. One day during lunch hour, he was busy with his work, and he realized after some time, oh, lunch hour has begun. I need to go to the cafeteria. The entire floor was empty. And after that, he switched off his laptop and thought, I'll go to the cafeteria. While he was walking, he saw in one of the cabins, open cabins, there was a laptop charger that was kept. This person walked, but something happened inside him. The mind, he came back, picked up the charger and put it in his bag and then went to cafeteria. By the time he returned, there was a letter on his table. It was from the HR department and he was called to the office. When he reached there, the HR person asked, anything happened during the lunch hour today? He said, no, nothing. No, I'm giving you a chance. Think. If anything, he said, no, nothing happened. And the HR simply turned her screen. Is that you? On the security cameras, we saw something happening. And this person, no, I'm not a thief. I didn't want to. I'll give it back. Said, wait. We gave you the chance. I gave you the chance to accept, but you did not want to. An envelope was kept. And when he opened the letter, it was, you are terminated. By the time he came back to India, he thought my job will remain. But when he came back to India, there also the company gave him another letter. You're out of job. We cannot have thieves here. All this time he must be cursing. What happened in that one moment? The mind overpowers intelligence. So Prabhupada says just by studying scriptures, it will not happen. It has to be accompanied by chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The chanting acts as an antivirus, right, on our mind. The mind is full of viruses. Lust, anger, pride, greed, envy, illusion. The chanting works there, purifies our mind. So both have to happen. The intelligence has to be nourished, and we also have to chant Hare Krishna. Prabhupada says when we do this, both the things, then by the mercy of Krishna, C++ will happen. Our Prema Chakshu will get awakened, where I'll be able to see Krishna. Prabhupada says face to face. You'll be able to see God like that. And you'll be able to see Krishna's connection everywhere. So we all should pray that our vision goes to the point of Prema Chakshu. But for that, Srila Prabhupada is saying, we have to first come out of the Charma Chakshu stage and come to at least Jnana Chakshu, where two things have to happen: scriptural study and the chanting of the holy name. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Any questions, comments, clarifications, corrections, protests?
Yeah, thank you very much, Prabhu. I mean, I was.
How should we see it? Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Anybody wants to make any comment or questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
One question, a very interesting point you raised regarding the compassion for everyone.
Yeah.
And I understand from chapter 1 where Arjun's compassion is initially it looks like material compassion towards his family,
Misplaced
but
compassion.
Prabhupada later explains that it's more because he is a devotee, that his compassion is spiritual compassion. So how does that compassion relate to the prem?
So you'll find one verse Srila Prabhupada will say, this is not how Arjuna should have behaved. In another verse, Prabhupada says, but he's a devotee. Right? So when we study the Gita, we should understand it is Krishna who is working on Arjuna,
Yeah.
that Arjuna should undergo this situation. Right? So if you say Arjuna is having misplaced compassion now, right? Like sometimes, okay, what example can I give? In the name of helping others, if I'm only losing my spiritual practice, my practices, then that is no help, right? Like, Hare Krishna, some sort of sound there. So Arjuna's compassion is misplaced compassion because he was standing in front of adversaries. They have stood there to fight. And more than that, Krishna wants this battle now. Krishna has desired, yes, this battle has to happen. Everything that could have been done to ensure that the war would not happen, to avoid the war, was tried. And Krishna said, now it's the Dharma Yuddha. The solution for this problem will only come out when this battle, after this battle, right? Now Arjuna should have understood this is the desire of Krishna, and I'm supposed to fulfill that desire. But he got overcome by the situation so bad that he started crying and he decided, I don't want to fight. Right? But then Krishna giving the knowledge to Arjuna helped him. Right? So when we are overcome by some misplaced compassion, what will save us is the knowledge from Bhagavad Gita. When we hear Krishna, when we hear Prabhupada, when we hear from our superiors, then we'll be able to come out of it.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, you said this material world is of suffering.
Place of suffering, yes.
So,
what is this? What is it called in Hindi? Na
Ne-
khun.
Nakhun, huh?
ना खून नो खून थोड़ा इधर उधर कट गया तो right? And for every part of our body we need a super specialist doctor. Can you imagine this body can give such pain, such suffering? It's a
Yes,
world of
Prabhu.
suffering. Yeah.
So, to overcome that suffering, should we have Gnana Chakshu or should we reach the Prema Chakshu?
If you have reached Prema Chakshu, you're already you're not no more in this world. You're already
Okay.
in the spiritual world. Right?
Okay.
But Jnana Chakshu is required to understand that this world is not a fit place for us. The soul is not meant to be, soul is spirit, the world is matter. The world is world of matter. What is spirit doing in the world of matter? It's not meant to be. The spirit is meant to be in the spiritual world. Only by the eyes of knowledge, vision of knowledge, through scriptural studies, through Shastra Chakshu, will come to this understanding. Right?
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
So I had said that Charma Chakshu, what is the vision? The vision of enjoyment. Right? But only one whose eyes of knowledge are awakened will understand, oh, the enjoyment in this world is bringing suffering. Huh? The more I try to enjoy, the more I suffer here. My action will bring reaction, and karma will catch me. And it's not solving, right? Only a person in knowledge will understand. Oh, wait. Rather than further, incriminating myself in this world, I have to plan now. How do I come out of this world? How do I deliver the Atma? How do I liberate the Atma? My actions are only incriminating the Atma otherwise. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So you would explain like in our previous life, like oh, we had like different life and we did something on the
Yes.
past life, and now we are coming to like human form of life. So in this life, like whatever happened in past life, we don't know what happened, and we are coming to this
That's
life.
God's mercy,
Yeah.
Krishna's mercy, actually.
Yeah.
If we
So-
only would remember everything, we would not be able to live this life if that memory was not taken.
So my question is like, why Krishna like make this all this thing? Because I forget
He doesn't
what
want to.
happened.
He doesn't. We desired. Right? We were lovers of Krishna, but now we said we want to forget you, Krishna. So Krishna has to create a world of illusion where we can forget him.
But I think like, if I were that time, so I would definitely ask for Krishna, like, hey, I really like, what about the mistake I did in previous life? I feel like once I get a new life and I'm committing the same mistake, and how do I like overcome doing the same mistake? I'm not gonna like this life, even though I'm coming to Krishna consciousness, I feel like I'm making more mistakes in my life also. Like, how can I overcome on this life or
Okay.
maybe for the
That
next
happens
life?
by Guru's guidance. When we take Guru's guidance, when we take guidance from superiors, we understand what is right and what is wrong. When we study Srila Prabhupada books, then we understand what is right and what is wrong. But then it will take a great conviction to live by the right, to live by dharma. Because my previous conditioning will pull me behind. The world, nobody wants us to practice dharma. So if you are smoking, you are drinking, nobody will mind. But if you hold a bead bag, oh, what happened? Why are you chanting Hare Krishna? You see what's going on? If you take to adharma, everyone, they'll glorify you as a hero. Wow, he's smoking, drinking, he's doing adharma, everything that is fine. But when you take to spiritual practice, people will dissuade you. Right? Like one time, there was a sailor, there was a exporter. He had put all the products, whatever product he had put in drums, and he loaded them on the ship. Right? He had loaded them on the ship. But the captain of the ship was little attentive, and he saw the drums in which whatever product was there, the drums were not sealed. There was no cover on the drum. And the captain called the exporter and said, "What is there in these drums? What are you, exporting?" And this fellow said, "Oh, there are crabs in it." Oh, live crabs. He said, "Yeah, live crabs." But why have you not covered it? All the crabs will, when the ship is sailing, the crabs will come out and they will bite us, right? And this exporter said, "Don't worry, sir, they're Indian crabs." What do you mean? Nobody will be able to go out of the drum. If any one person also tries to come out, others will pull his leg down. That's what happens with Indians, right? Little spirituality, and you'll find the husband becomes serious, the wife will start, oh, why are you doing? The wife becomes serious, the husband will stop. If the parents are serious, the children will stop. If the children become serious, the parents will get worried. If the family is practicing, the neighbors will start getting worried. The relatives will start getting worried. You do anything on the path of dharma, expect opposition. So that's why we need guidance. That's why we need association. When we are in association, we get strength. When we are under guidance, we get shelter. Right? So then we will not, then we will not make wrong decisions. Safest place to be. Okay. Yeah.
Namaskar Maharaj, me Neena. I can speak Marathi, but forgive me for not.
You can continue in English.
Could be Vaishnava Aparadh for me, so please forgive me. I have to ask what I have to ask in question in English because everybody can understand you. My question was anyway, C. I have to go home and again wear my C and look at my husband. That is for sure. I'm going to do that anyway. But what is the first step a neophyte devotee you think should do, practice Because in a world where we are living with so many faiths around, so many different cultures, traditions, and we are all this. I'm glad that Yoga Peeth has said that, you follow any path, you can just come, listen to the lecture, and then have prasad, and you can leave. That drove me to come to Yoga Peeth today, because even I didn't drive, I came with a friend. So there is no shuttle service, no bus ride, nothing. Elderly. How can we come to a place where we can? So just help us first 3 steps, or at least 1 or 2 steps a neophyte devotee has to have before he talks about C++.
Okay. So I'll again repeat the same thing. You have to, Srila Prabhupada gave his books. Most people come in contact with Krishna consciousness when they come in touch with the books of Srila Prabhupada. When we come in contact with Srila Prabhupada books, we'll get the right knowledge, the right understanding. Right? I know I was in Mayapur one time, international headquarters for ISKCON, and they had put up a booth, a stall, where devotees from different parts of the world were coming one by one, and they were introducing themselves, how they came to bhakti. Right? So one person, he said, I had decided I want to commit suicide. And his plan was, I will go and sleep on the railway tracks. The train will pass by and I'll die like that. Right? I'll commit suicide. And this guy was talking now, right, on the stage. And, he actually went, slept on the tracks, and the train stopped at certain distance. I'm sleeping here. Why did the train stop? But he said, no, I'm not going to get up from here. He turned around and he saw one book was there. He picked up that book, and while sleeping on the tracks, he's reading that book. The train will come. I will read this book. He read a few pages and he thought, wow, there is something wonderful here. Let me, get up from here. I'll read the whole book and then sleep again. he was convinced. And by the time he finished that book, he understood it was the Ishopanishad by Srila Prabhupada. And at the end of the book, there was addresses were given, like Yoga Peeth, you have here addresses. He went and met devotees there, and he got the answers for his questions. But what saved him? No devotee came in touch with him. It was Srila Prabhupada's book. Somebody got the book, and that fellow may have just thrown the book outside the train, right, train window, right? And the book was lying there, but the book saved one life like that. So when we come in contact with Srila Prabhupada books, and ISKCON of Silicon Valley is so famous for, this Bay Area is for this book distribution that you do. So many are getting these Prabhupada books, and whoever reads them, they just don't keep it as it is, but they study it properly. Right? Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita is known as Bhavita as it is. Right? But those who study it every day, those who take shelter of it, they'll all will be saved. Right? And Srila Prabhupada has saved so many through his books, millions of them. Right? Thank you. Hare Krishna. ऐसे ही बोल दो. Full on. Even Prabhupada, somebody said, Prabhupada, they are putting allegation on us that we are brainwashing people. Prabhupada said, their brain has become dirty and we are washing it. They should pay us for it. We are washing your dirty brain. They should pay. We are doing, without any payment, we are doing the job for, we are doing it for free. Thank you. Thank you for that reflection, bro. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Thank you. Yeah, please.
So, yeah, thank you once again. Let's show our gratitude by loudly chanting Haribo! 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 So, if you are interested to take more association, tomorrow morning there is a 32 round Japas marathon or class or seminar, whatever you call it. Get an opportunity from 7 o'clock. It's in Menlo Park. Prabhuji will be in a class and also doing 32 rounds from 7 to 9, 11 o'clock until 11, something like that. So please take associations. Again, thank you, Prabhu, for coming. And we look forward to your next visit to Lai Valley when we come to Bay Area. Okay. Few announcements. Actually, I'll do the announcement later. Prabhu, we can do, we'll do Narsimha prayer now. And then you can do Pushpa offering. And Prabhuji will also, anybody can sing, Prabhuji will sing the Narsimha prayers and some Kirtan and do the offering. And we'll finish some announcements and then we can break for that. So next week, we will be celebrating our first year anniversary at Yogapit. So we have a special guest here. We'll have his guest Vashika Prabhu come here for this first time he's going to visit here. So please come and take association. We'll all look forward to you. We would like to have the local devotees, the new people from Tri Central Valley come here. So we'll see that we don't get all the ISP here. We cannot handle that, but we want all the people, local people, to come and take association. So thank you very much. We also will have Janmashtami celebration. There will be 2 celebrations. One will be here. The dates will be finalized. But on August 9th, we are celebrating Janmashtami under the banner of Yogapet in Mountain House, because we are Tri Central Valley, so it's in Central Valley, so we are celebrating it. So please do join. The information will be sent. It's already put it in the group, so please do. Do some donations, and if you want to contribute towards that and also participate in the festival, please please contact Siddhagata Prabhu for that one. Today's cooks are Ananda Mataji and Dhanalakshmi Mataji. So thank you very much for getting the. So again, thank you very much. So we'll do the Pushpa Abhishek now, Pushpa offering. Prabhuji will sing the. You can sit this. You can sit this. Okay. There, better.
Give the Kardal. Don't use this one. Namaste Narasimhaya. प्रहलाद आह्लाद दायिने हिरण्यकाशे पूर्वक्षः शीलटङ्का नखालये इतो नरसिंहा परतो नरसिंहा यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहा बहिर्नरसिंहा हृदये नरसिंहा नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलवरे नखा अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलित हिरण्यकशिपु तानुभृंगा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपः जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तावक केशवधृता नरहरिरूपः जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। केशवधृता नरहरि रूप, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। जय नरसिंहदेव, 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 जय नरसिंहदेव। जय प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज। प्रभुपाद, 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 जय प्रभुपाद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण। श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम, राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा। हरे राम, राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम, राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम, राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम, राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम, राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Baladeva Baladeva Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. जय हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। शेष नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
Again, thank you everybody for coming. Actually, today was a little bit scared that will be less turnout because there are 3 or 4 programs happening simultaneously. All the kids have gone to youth program with Vaisheshika Prabhu. There's a Chappan Bhog program in Fremont, so a lot of devotees have gone there. I was like a little bit skeptical, but thank you everybody for turning up and giving a wonderfully welcoming Prabhu and Prabhu, thank you for encouraging us for the wonderful class. Hopefully our vision will improve. And we pray that with your blessings, we'll all get the Prema Chakshu so that we can all become steady in our devotional compass. Thank you very much, Hari Bol. Again, thank you very much, Prabhu. And Hare Krishna, everybody. So we'll have Prasadam now. Let's quickly sing Prasadam prayer and then we'll have Prasadam. The Prasadam will be served outside because there is some light issues, so we'll serve it outside. Please sit anywhere in the parking lot. We'll go back to our old ISV days. So Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmane Vaishnave Swalpa Punyavitam Rajan Vishwaso Nevajayate Sharira Vidyajal Jodendriya Tahe Kal Jeebai Phaile Vichaya Sagare Taro Madhye Jeebai Hoti Lobo Moy Sudurmati Take Jeta Katin Sansare Krishna Vada Dayamoy Karibare Jeeba Joy Shaprasadam Nadilo Bhai Sainamrita Pao Radha Krishna Guna Gao Preme Dako Chaitanya Nitai Jai Nimai Jai Nitai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Bhagavad Shri Mahaprasadam ki इसके कनाई ठाकुर प्रभु की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय We can take a group picture and yeah, I'll just turn the broadcast off and